Hey, how's it going? I know we usually talk about food and diet in this on this blog, but today we're talking about sort of like a product which can help if you've got back pain. So lifestyle, perhaps. I don't know how you class that, but anyway. So I suffered from back pain a few years ago. I still do it. It pops up every now and then. I've just got to be cautious and be aware of it. But I've tried everything under the sun, and this is the only thing that's kind of, or not the only thing, but it's in my lifestyle, in my job. It's a big part of helping me out. So I suffered from back pain I remember when it started, it was about 6 months, and I was uncomfortable and in pain for 6 months. And I went to the doctors, and the doctors, all they can say, right, 8% of adults in their lifetime will suffer from back pain. So the doctors, he almost looked bored. He was like, "Yeah, I can give you some anti-inflammatory. That's it, anti-inflammatories." And he gave me some pills. They blew my socks off. They were very strong, and I said, "I can't have these." They were like little yellow ones. And I said, "I can't have these." And he gave me some pink ones, and they were also strong. I did half a pill though, and they were making me like nauseous and stuff. So I eventually tried to come off them. I was still on ibuprofen and anything else just to suffer the pain. Obviously, some days are worse than others, but I really I was sick of it. But my lifestyle was sitting down a lot, like working at a desk, at work and at home. So I was like really, really struggling. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like sometimes I'm just lying flat on the ground just to, in some chances I just lie flat on the ground, out and about, um, you know, or I'm doing the gardening and suddenly I just sit down flat on the ground just for a minute, just to take my mind off things, almost like meditation, almost. But yeah, so I tried pills, and he was talking about you got to keep moving. But at the time, I was that was very frustrating for me because I was in a lot of pain. And he's like, you got to keep moving, and I was like, I can't because I'm in pain. Um, so the pills were sort of like ease me back into doing getting back into life. And also I did a lot of bike riding because I rode my bike from to work and home. So I was active, but again, even sitting on the bike, that was inflaming my lower back. So it was almost like my lifestyle was like sitting down, my lower back was inflamed, riding my bike, lower back, coming home, you know, checking other stuff, working a bit at home as well, and I wasn't in a lifestyle, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to change it. Like that was my life. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, what other job could I go to where you don't use your back? And it's just like, oh, I've got to figure this out. So what I eventually did, I started looking into myself, and so I started trying exercising. I did a lot more stretching as well. So even just doing these dumb stretches that you see on YouTube, and some of them look quite silly, but you just got to do them. And it's not going to happen overnight. So you'll do it a couple of days, and you'll think my back doesn't feel any different. But you got to keep them up. Just keep into it, and just make sure you're stretching. Do touch your toes and all the rest of it. Like 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. You know what I mean? Like it's not. You don't have to do crazy amounts. So I was looking into it myself, and I remember my dad's old partner had this footrest thing under her desk where she kept her feet firm, which spread out the weight between her butt and her feet. And I remember thinking, well, what's that for? What's that for? I never really thought about it, but then that popped up in my head. I was like, oh, it's to encourage good posture and spread the weight out. And I was like, that's I might have to look into that, because I can't afford a standing desk. They're about £200, and at the time, £200 was a lot of money to me. So I was just thinking, crikey. All right, okay, I've got to look into other ways, because although it's my back, £200 just it was bad. And now I'm saying it out loud, it kind of sounds silly, but £200 is, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do that anyway. So after taking all these pills, after looking into like exercises and stuff, to be honest, I thought riding on a bike was enough exercise. I would argue now it's not, but it's you're moving, which is good. So any sort of movement, walking and stuff, great, good to do all that stuff. And this was about 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I can't remember. I should know these things, but I just don't. So so what I did as well. So I looked into it. I bought an ergonomic chair. So I didn't buy a footstool. I bought an ergonomic chair for £90, and had this like flexi back, which you could lean on, and it would posture back, and it had this little bum cup thing where you were like firm in it. And I was looking at all these like infographics of how to sit and do all the rest of it. And that didn't work because I was still sitting on my lower back, so I was still inflaming my lower back. So that was £90 wasted. It's a nice chair. I've still got it. I use it for my studio, but I'm only in my studio for a little while. So I rarely sit on it. Sometimes I just put things on it. I'm very aware of my back as well. This is something you need to get into as well. If you really want to change your back pain, you got to change like your way you're looking at it. So just be aware of it. And even picking things up, you get all those like health and safety things, but you've got to be aware of it. You've got to, I'm sitting down right now, right, which I don't like doing, but I'm sitting down on just a dining room chair, wooden chair, and I'm sitting up straight. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, even I'm probably talking about the video, so it's making me aware. Anyway, but you've just got to be aware of these things. So just make it part of your lifestyle. Your back is important. So what worked for me? And hand on heart, I can say this worked the best for me. And obviously, I've still got problems. I'm not 100% fixed. Sorry, I got two punches in one day. Can you believe that? That's my bike stuff there. This is a kneeling chair, and I bought this for £50. You can probably get them for around the price, maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe a little bit more. I'll put a link in the description to this one. If you want to buy it, and I obviously would recommend buying it because this changed my life. I'm not even joking you. It came to a point where I was taking this into work and in and out of my car, and then my boss said, "What's that?" And I went, "It's my kneeling chair. Like, you can keep your fancy chairs like that are meant to be ergonomic and all that. Keep all them. I'll bring my kneeling chair in." And he's like, "Look, let me just buy you one." So he just bought me one. So it's pretty good. I've also recommended these to a couple of friends. And I was thinking, you know what, like it's just a great product, because I said to all my mates, I can't obviously do this to you watching this now. I said to them, look, if you want to fix your back, buy one of these. If it doesn't help you in any way, I'll give you your money back. So I'll just give you £50. And I haven't had a payout yet. So that's it's worked out pretty good for them as well. So this is really old. Obviously, you can see the cushion's a bit worn. Down on the bottom here is the wood's touching there. The screw's actually a bit loose here, and the wheel pops off here. I need a bit of glue for that. It's still really good. I'd still rather sit on this than a fancy synthetic office chair. And when the cushions aren't amazing, you're paying £50, right? You can get a fancier one if you want, but the cushions, just get a couple of pillows for these. I just use a couple of old bed pillows for here and here, and obviously because the cushion, your knees are on here, right? So it spreads out the weight between your knees and your butt, and sometimes you can like tuck your foot behind this, so you're full on weight on it. It also encourages good posture, so when you're sitting like with your knee like there, you're forced to sit up straight. I would also recommend getting a desk riser if you're sitting down at a desk with your monitor. Try to raise your monitor up as high as possible. In fact, I'll put one of them in the description as well. So get a desk riser, and I've also put a book on my desk riser, so my monitor's even higher. So like I've got this like film book that's really thick, and it raises the monitor up higher, so that forces you to look higher at the monitor. Again, encouraging good posture. Just kind of create a work environment which encourages good posture. So things are high, so you have to look up, and things like sitting on a kneeling chair, which encourage good posture. So one thing wrong with this is obviously this is about 3-4 years old, 2 years old. I can't remember. Anyway, it's been around the block. The cushions obviously get worn out because I'm heavy. If you're quite light, that's better. So the wood there, you can see the wood there. That's not very comfortable on your knees. Just put a pillow there, and that's that fixed. What else is wrong with this? So worn out pillows. Wheel popped off, but again, this is an old girl. For 50 quid, I can't, like, my back pain hasn't entirely gone, but when I'm working out and I'm doing a sit up, say, I can't even do sit ups. I have to do high legs, because if I sit up, I'm inflaming my lower back, because it's touching the ground. So that's how sensitive my back is. I don't take any pills now. I don't do anything like that. I eat good. I work out as much as I can. I can't actually work out at the moment because I got shin splints. I found that out the other day. It's not good, but even with shin splints, I can sit on this, so I put my knees there. It's good. The second thing is that your knees can get a little bit strained when you're putting it on here, but then I would say that also is like a little reminder of getting up and just moving around. Just walk to your bathroom and back. Do like little kicks or little stretches, perhaps, just as you're walking to your bathroom. So it's almost like a reminder. I was trying to look at it like that. Sorry, I forget to breathe when I talk on camera. But yeah, I can't recommend this product enough. Links in bio for this and the desk riser. If you have any questions, put them in the description as well. If you have any questions, put them in the comments as well. And I'll answer them. I'm pretty sure I've answered everything. Great product, 50 quid. Is your back worth 50 quid? Let me just ask you that. Get one for your home. If not, give it to the kids. They can go like up and down the hallway with it. I'm sure they can find something else to do with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure this will work. Like I said, I've recommended it to friends, and I would rather sit on one of these than any of those fancy ergonomic chairs. It's a really good product for 50 quid. You can't go wrong. Again, might be lower, might be higher. But yeah, great product. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.